Hey, what's up guys? Eystreem here with 10 pro ways that you can hide your items in Minecraft so that no longer will those friends who rummage through your chest be able to take your goodies, all those shiny diamonds. Because from this day forward, they won't even be able to find your items because the way you have hidden them will just be so big brain. We're talking things like hiding items using campfires, music discs, plain old books, and even, for you fancy smancy people, double entry lock systems that are disguised as just regular workbenches. Not to mention, we have condensed and simplified everything in today's video, so it is all super easy to make and understand, even if you have no redstone knowledge. Oh, by the way, there are no mods, so you'll be able to hide your items no matter what version of Minecraft you guys are on, whether that is an iPhone, iPad, PlayStation, Xbox, PC, or Nintendo Switch. It ain't matter, stolen items are a thing of the past. Now, if you've ever had your items stolen, I want to know because I feel you guys. So drop a like right now if your items have ever been stolen in Minecraft. I want to know, guys. We're going for 10,000 likes. Why not even leave a comment about how your items got stolen? I want to know. And of course, guys, if you want more epic tips and tricks like this, you can subscribe, hit the bell, ding ding ding. Oh, and by the way, I post daily on TikTok. Eystreem, just search me up on the TikTok app or hit the link in the description below so you can get the coolest Minecraft tips and tricks every single day to show off to all your friends. Well, we've done enough talking, guys. I'm sure you want to know how all of these work, so let's get into it. Woo! Now, your average folk would never think to look inside a mine for items because they expect you already dug them all up. But now that you are a pro, you are sophisticated and you're going to outsmart them by hiding your items in, well, the mine. More particularly behind redstone. You see, redstone has this incredible quality that when you click on it, it turns into activated redstone. And it actually sends a block update, and we can use that to our advantage. All you have to do is click on this redstone block here, and a chest is going to appear here for a millisecond. But it's really quick so that you guys can do this in secret. So ready, guys? In 3, 2, 1, click, get ready, and bang. And look at that, guys. You have yourself your hidden chest where you can put all your diamonds and good stuff. Now, we've got a single chest here, but you could hide a double chest as well. Now, the best part is while you are looking in this chest, it makes it look like you are just AFK. Because if we jump out here, guys, as you can see, the redstone block has already come straight back up, meaning that nobody will even be able to see you're looking in the chest. So this is a double whammy. Now, how does this work? I'm glad you asked. Basically, as I was saying, redstone has this unique quality where you click on it, it will become activated. Then we have an observer here behind it, which detects the block update. Then you have 2 repeaters here on 4 ticks each, coming down to the redstone where we have this redstone torch. And when this gets activated, when you activate the redstone signal is activated, deactivating this redstone torch, and the piston comes down for just a millisecond for you to open up your hidden chest. So let's have a look here, guys, and see how this redstone works. So I click on the redstone, updated, redstone signal down, and as you guys can see, it was really quick. The redstone torch turned off, and for that millisecond, this block came down. It is fast, it is quick, but this, you have to admit, is one of the best ways to hide your items, especially because most people would never expect redstone to hold such a valuable diamonds behind it. Now, if your thieving friend thinks reading is boring, then this is the perfect way to hide your items because they actually have to read to get to your items. Let me show you how this works. Basically, you can see here we've got a regular looking old bookshelf and a lectern. Now, we've got a nice little book inside our lectern with a very interesting story about a creeper and a player, but that, we don't even need to read that, guys. All you need to do is turn the page 1 over like this. Ready? 3, 2, 1, turn the page. Did you guys see what happened? No, of course you didn't, because the book's in the way. But if we jump out of the lectern, I'm sure you can all see we have this lovely little chest hidden up behind the bookshelf, which you guys can open up. And we have diamonds, we have elytra, all this beautiful stuff, which you can hide in there. Now, how do you close this chest back up? How do you make it hidden? Well, it's actually really simple. All you got to do, jump back to your book here, guys, and turn the page back. Ready? 3, 2, 1, bang, and boom. The chest is now hidden once again. So how does this all work? Well, you see, guys, books can actually output redstone signals. I know, crazy, right? I'm pretty sure they don't do that in real life, but in Minecraft, yes, it is totally okay. So to set this up is super simple. You want to have a lectern with at least 3 pages so that you're actually able to turn the page like so. Once you have this lectern, you want a single block, and behind that, you're gonna set up a redstone comparator and put it on the subtract mode. And to do that, guys, you just click it. So this is in the normal mode, and you wanna click it again so that this little prong at the end is lit up. Then you want 2 bits of redstone coming down and attaching to a redstone torch, which is connected to some redstone, which then has a piston right here, which is obviously holding up this bookshelf block, hiding away your hidden chest. Now, how this works is when you go ahead and turn the page here, guys, this actually brings 1 extra bit of redstone, so it reaches down to this redstone torch, deactivating it, pulling it down the bookshelf, and exposing your chest. So if you guys watch here, you can see the chest down in the right corner. When I turn the page back, the piston comes back up, hiding it very nicely. And this is super easy to make. I don't know why you wouldn't make this, guys. That is our bookshelf pro way. Ever thought clocks are kinda useless in Minecraft? Well, this might change your mind. As you can see, we just have a normal old house, a bit of cactus going on, some bookshelves, a lantern, and a regular old clock. Now, for your smart thieving friends, they might think all you have to do is turn the clock and boom, a chest will appear. But no. A chest will not appear, and they'll be like, oh, well, I guess there's nothing hidden behind there. And then they'll just walk out, leaving the clock slightly tilted just to annoy you. But you see, you know better. You're smarter, and you're going to outsmart them with this pro method. You actually need to turn it not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times, completely facing downwards. And as you can see, now the clock is pointing down to your chest. Check this out, guys. And in here, you can, of course, hide all your lovely stuff. And then to close this up again, guys, you just want to turn your clock back upright, and boom, it closes up nicely just like that. Now, I like to use the clock because when you turn it down, it points right down to your chest, and it just kind of looks cool and doesn't look very suspicious. However, you can put any item you like at all into the item frame, and this will still work. So if you wanted to put a diamond chest plate, a picture, a torch, anything would do, guys. All that needs to happen is you need to be able to rotate it down like so towards your chest. Now, how does this work? It's very, very simple. Once again, guys, we are utilizing the beautiful redstone comparator. As you guys can see here, we've got a clock. Now, when we turn it once, as you can see, the redstone comes 2 redstone dust down. When we turn it 3 times, you can see the redstone powers all the way down to this 3rd one, but this 4th one isn't powered. Then we turn it a 4th time, and as you guys can guess, 4 redstone is powered, and we only need 1 more redstone. And as you can see, let me jump out so you guys can get a better view. This redstone wires down where it attaches to this redstone torch, which is connected to a repeater, which is currently activating this piston. But when we turn it just 1 more time, the redstone will reach far enough to deactivate this redstone torch and going ahead pulling back the piston here. Now, if you guys turn it to the next one, it still won't close up. You need to actually reset it back to the start for there to be not enough redstone in order for this redstone torch to turn back on again and reactivate your piston, hiding away your chest. But most part, this is super simple. The only thing is you will need to stretch your walls slightly back a bit. As you guys can see here, we do have this little barrel thing hiding some of the redstone, so that's probably the only slightly suspicious thing, but I think you guys will think it is a pretty compact design. All right, guys, let's move on to our next pro way. Now, this pro way is not only big brain, but has an added level of security, so your thieving friend will actually need the exact right disc to even get this to work. Because would you believe different discs output various redstone signals? So if just any ordinary person comes along, chucks in a music, chucks in a jam, you can just jam out to it, vibe, chill, and you don't have to worry that your items are going to be revealed, exposed, or stolen. And they won't ever know that your items are only inches away. As you guys can see, no chests exposed whatsoever. But let's say you do want your items, right? Well, if you go ahead and grab your selected disc as your key, when you chuck this into the jukebox in 3, 2, 1, boom, check this out. Hidden chest just below your jukebox where you can, of course, hide all of your secret items. And when you want that to close up, go ahead, take the disc out, and boom, chest is hidden away nicely. Now, how does this work? Well, if we come over to this demonstration over here, you can see the jukebox just behind it has a comparator attached with 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of redstone dust. Now, why is those 4 pieces of redstone dust important? Well, the number of redstone dust behind your comparator will equal the disc you have to use. So if we jump into the inventory here, guys, if you search disc, you can see they are ordered in a very certain way. This one outputs 1 redstone signal. This outputs 2. This outputs 3. This outputs 4, and so on. Now, you guys can see we used chirp to open up our chest, which is disc number 4. And as you guys can see, we then put 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of redstone dust here, so that if we put in just any old disc, as you guys can see, it only activates these 2 because this is disc number 2. If we put in disc 4, you can see it activates these first 4 redstone, deactivating this redstone torch, which as you guys can see is connected to redstone underneath here, which then comes back up to here and deactivates this piston. Then when we take out the disc, the comparator deactivates, the redstone torch reactivates, and this piston goes back to its place. Very nice. Now, I think this might be one of my personal favorite ways to hide your items, just because I don't think anyone would even ever suspect it. Like, who hides items in a campfire? No one. No one would even like dig around the campfire looking for a secret chest just because it's simply so unheard of and the campfire is so innocent. But you are a pro and you know better. And the way this works, guys, is we need to put out the campfire, which is going to send a block update. Now, once again, this is one of those ones that happens really quick, just like the redstone one, so you need to be switched on and ready. The chest is going to be hidden here. So what we're going to do is grab out any type of shovel, and you want to go ahead and just click the campfire, and that's going to put it out. Then we're going to come over here and get ready. Bang! And as you guys can see, we have our hidden chest underneath the ground that is activated when you put out the campfire. Now, this, just like the redstone, is so great because while you're looking in this chest, it just makes it look like you are AFK, because if we jump out, the chest has already been hidden back up again with that grass block, so nobody will even suspect a thing, which is perfect. Now, you can also access your chest once again by lighting it back up. So if we light up the campfire, you guys will see it'll open for a millisecond there and you can access your chest again. Another way you can get it to open is if you use a splash water bottle and throw that at your campfire. That'll put it out and that'll open up the chest. Now, the best part is if you do miss that quick time, you get a second chance by just lighting up your campfire again and you can open up your secret hidden chest. And I just love this because no one would even begin to think that this campfire is the entrance to your secret chest. You can even make it the entrance to your secret base, honestly, and that would be pretty epic. So how does this all work? Now, you may notice the base of the campfire be looking a little bit different. Now, it looks pretty similar, but it is slightly different. Underneath here, we actually have an observer. Ooh, very, very nice. And underneath this observer directly is a piece of redstone dust, which is then connected to 1, 2 repeaters, each on 4 ticks. And then we have another redstone dust with a redstone torch on this block here. This redstone torch is attached to redstone, which comes up here. And as you guys can see, we've hidden it under this side log where we have this piston, which is currently activated by this redstone torch, hiding away our chest. Now, when we go ahead and light up this campfire, that activates that redstone torch, and you guys can see it deactivates for a second, and in that moment, this chest is exposed. So we'll see this again, close it, deactivates, and boom, this piston will retract, giving you just enough time to access your items. Now, this is pretty awesome, but we do definitely have some more awesome things coming up later in this video, so guys, definitely stick around. You guys are not going to want to miss this because they are about to get insane. ProWay 6 is probably the safest way to hide your items because it has a double authentication lock. But that also means it's going to be a bit extra complicated. Now, if you already have a nice workstation set up with a brewing stand and a cauldron, this is perfect because it won't look suspicious or anything. Now, here's how it works. Basically, if you chuck water inside the cauldron, boom, it activates. And as you guys can see perfectly in the center, we have this chest hidden away with all of our goodies. Now, how exactly is this a double authentication lock, I hear you saying? Well, if we go ahead and take out the water again, that'll close up the chest. But let's say we want to just like brew potions, or we want to make it so that if someone else comes along and puts water inside this cauldron, it doesn't work. Well, to do that, guys, if we come over to our brewing stand, if you have just more than 2 water bottles in here, as you guys can see, when I put water in the cauldron, nothing happens. And if I put 3 bottles in here as well, nothing happens once again. But if I take out these 2 water bottles, like so, this will go ahead and open. So, as you guys can see, not only do you need to have at least 1 water bottle and only 1 water bottle inside your brewing stand, no more, no less, but you also need to have the cauldron full, giving it this double authentication lock, making it extra, extra secure. Now, how does this work? It's a bit complicated. Basically, guys, behind our brewing stand here, we have a redstone comparator going into the side of another redstone comparator. Then, over on this side, we have our cauldron here, which is attached to a redstone comparator, which goes into the back of the redstone comparator. Now, if we go ahead and if we have one potion in here, you guys will see it puts a redstone signal into the side of this comparator here. Then, when we put this water bucket in here, it outputs a redstone signal going into the bottom here, and then it'll output a redstone signal here. Then we have this redstone torch. It deactivates the redstone torch, and as you guys can see, the redstone comes up, back across the repeaters here, and connects into our piston. And when we take out this bucket here, guys, this redstone torch will reactivate. All this redstone underneath here will reactivate, and this piston will come back up to hide our chest. Now, how does it work? How does this double thing work? Now, when you put another water bottle in here, guys, this means that this side redstone signal is actually stronger than this redstone signal here. And what that means here is the comparator will actually deactivate if the redstone signal coming in from the left is stronger than the one coming in from behind, which is a bit complicated to explain, guys, but you get the gist. Just build it like this, and trust me, it will work. It is fantastic. All right, let's move on to our next way. Way 7 is also a double whammy with doubled security. First off, there is a hidden lever underneath this trapdoor, so someone has to find this first. Then when you activate the lever, as you guys can see, you can't really see any changes at all. Do you guys notice it? I'll give you 3 seconds to see if you can spot it. 1, 2, 3. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. If you didn't, you may notice that there's a little bit of a gap next to the banner here. And that's because we have the chest hidden behind the banner as well, and we can open up and grab our items. And when we go ahead and activate this lever, that chest is going to get hidden back up again. So how does this work? Very, very simple. This is probably the easiest one today, guys. We have a lever here, and then you just want to have a single block and a redstone. Then this redstone dust is attached to a redstone torch, which comes back up here and activates this piston here, which is obviously going to be hiding your chest, hiding back behind here. And then you've got the banner for extra security. When you activate this lever, that activates this redstone dust, deactivating all of this redstone and pulling back the piston, revealing your chest behind. But then you also have to spot that it is hiding behind the banner. Very, very cool. Now, I am 99.99% sure no one will ever be able to figure this one out, unless, of course, by accident, which is probably its only flaw, and it involves a bucket and a cod. Yes, you heard me right, a bucket and Mr. Fishy over here, and we want to get him into our bucket. Now, this can be a little tricky, but once you do it, it is fantastic. All right, come on. Okay, we got the water. Oh, I thought we got him. Come on, come on, come on. We can get this guy's foot. Did we get him? No, we did. Fish is so slimy, guys, which is what makes this secret entrance so much harder to do. Come on, come on. All right, we're gonna spam him. We got him. All right, we got the fish in the bucket. And now all you need to do is go ahead and just drop this on the ground. And boom, check this out, guys. We have ourselves this, okay, nope, drop on the ground. We have ourselves this beautiful hidden chest just next to our water here. And when we pick up the bucket, as you guys saw earlier, it closes up very nicely. Now, the only reason I didn't put this earlier in the video, even though it is a really good secret tip, and then you can put the cod back in the water, is because, well, this one uses a command block. And obviously, guys, if you're in survival, you're not going to be able to do this. But I wanted to include this here anyway because it is a really good secret base trick. And the way it works is you have this command block here. And if we open it up, test for space @E, open square bracket, name equals, talking marks, bucket, space, of, space, cod, talking marks, closed square bracket. And then we've got the block type on repeat and redstone on always active. Basically, this means, guys, is when you have a bucket of cod and you place this onto the ground here, it's going to activate this redstone comparator, which is connected to this redstone dust, which is then connected to this redstone torch. And when I pick it up, you guys can see the redstone torch is activated and it's activating this piston covering the chest. And when the bucket of cod is on the ground, the redstone torch is deactivated and the piston will deactivate itself. All right, guys, we've got 2 more to go. Let's do this. This way is also really secure because it literally requires the exact right item and it has to be named key for all of this to work. And even then, you guys can't even see where I'm supposed to put this key. Basically, it's hidden under this carpet here. And if I drop the key here, it'll go into a hopper and boom, that'll open up our secret hidden chest. Now, the way this works, again, this is a command block one, but it is just so good I had to include it in here. Basically, we have this repeat command block that is testing for this hopper here. And inside this hopper, we have a single key item that is named key and is our ghast here. Inside this command block, we have test for block space and then tilde, 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 -1 space, tilde, 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 -1, and then the coordinates of where our original hopper is. So these coordinates here are testing for our hopper over here, which is hidden under here. And then when we go ahead and we'll grab another key here, when we go ahead and put this key into this hopper, this block here detects that this hopper is exactly the same as this one. It activates this redstone comparator, deactivating this redstone torch, and deactivating this piston, revealing our chest. All right, guys, our last secret way for today. Let's do this. What's flipping legendary about our final way is you can actually put items into it without ever exposing your secret chest. Check this out. All I have to do is chuck these diamonds onto the carpet here, guys, and you guys will see, boom, they're just getting consumed by my secret chest. I can put them anywhere on the carpet, and they'll just get consumed by my secret chest. And then when I want to get to those items, all I got to do is stand on this hidden pressure plate, and if I click that, you guys will notice just over there, that is opened up. You quickly run over here, open up your chest, and boom, all of our diamonds are in there. And it's just so cool because you can walk into this room. You don't even have to worry about exposing your chest. Just chuck some diamonds on the ground, let them get eaten up by your secret chest, and you're good to go. So how does this work? It's really, really cool. Basically, we have this rail system with a minecart on a hopper, which is covered up by our white carpet. Now, normally, this would actually be moving like so. So if we expose the one over here, you guys can see underneath here, we have our minecart with hopper going around in circles. Basically, when we chuck diamonds onto the carpet, eventually the minecart with hopper will come around, pick them up, and then deposit them in these hoppers over here that are underneath the rails. These hoppers will feed the diamonds into this chest, and you are good to go. Then, of course, we have a chest plate here. Not a chest plate. We have a pressure plate attached to this redstone torch and this redstone repeater, which activates this piston. So when you stand on here, that's going to go ahead and deactivate that piston so you can open up your secret chest. We can chuck items onto the carpet here. They'll get pulled around, and now you guys can see they are already in our chest. It's a really cool method, a really great and awesome thing for those of us who are a bit more lazy. But anyway, guys, those are 10 pro ways to hide your items. If you guys learned something new, why not drop a like, subscribe for more epic tips and tricks like this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, Eystreem. Bye!